Due to technical difficulties, we join the Patriot Radio News Hour, already in progress.
We're back here, Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Wednesday. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got it worked out now. What is Texit for? This is something where, is it a risk? Yep, it is. I think this is an educated risk. Right? We talk about the future. A matter of fact, the Treasury Secretary, in his little announcement today, talked about how stablecoin, digital currency, how important it's going to be. Right? Tether is going to be one of the most important things to the Fed. That's what he said. Right now, Bitcoin, when it came out all of those years, miraculously right after the financial crisis, most of us didn't get it. We didn't see it. We didn't understand. We started talking about digital currencies. We were there, right? And we knew, remember I was talking about, remember we used to talk about the Amero. I'm like, that's not big enough. Mexico, Canada, that's not big enough. That's not going to work, right? And just like the euro's not going to work, the yen's not going to work. None of these fiat money, and it's not designed to work. And this is the evil trick that most people, simply because they don't understand money and they don't want you to understand it. They should teach it. It's easy to teach, but they don't. This is what fiat money's supposed to do. Devalue itself and go to zero. And that's why you have your gold and silver put away. Why do you take a shot at something like Texit? Because I've been saying to Jason, listen, you need to find something that is going to outperform everything else. Because most of what is coming, and I don't care this year, next year, the year after, maybe it's, I may start referring to things as after Trump, when it really gets ugly. There's going to be very, very few winners. Remember the financial crisis. Don't forget it, guys. Come on. Most people got wiped out. Now, there are some that took advantage and were able to make the big looks. Look at like Blackstone, right? What did they do? They bought tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of properties, right? Lined their pockets. This is your chance, a second chance at Bitcoin. You guys are already seeing the results just like we said it would be. Now, there are some changes coming. I got to tell you this. First of all, record week last week. We are on track to break that this week. We're talking about signing up 1,000. 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, 5,000 miners a week. This thing is going just as Bobby Gray laid it out to me, has been laying it out to any of you that want to follow him on Telegram. There are some changes and big ones coming. So first major change. Right now we are just right around 11,600 miners. Right? Remember when I first started talking to you guys about it, we were like miner 3,000. At miner 15,000, they are going to get less generous. Any miner in before miner 15,000, you are going to be grandfathered into the old rewards. What's the difference going to be? Let me explain it. Some of you have seen on your dashboards. For those of you that haven't signed up yet, follow along. You get an app. You download this app. You see your coins. You see your power. You also see something that says cash potential. They're going to change cash potential. They're going to call it something else. But what is cash potential? Really quickly, if you sign somebody else up, which lots of you are doing, and you use Jason and I to do it, right? We'll do it for you. They just give us your ID, you get the credit, and then all of a sudden you have some cash potential. If you want to take it in cash, you have to have cash potential to do it. But for those of you that don't sign anybody up, and there's a lot of you, most of you, I would say most people aren't. And I get it. Hey, that's not what I want to do. Your cash potential is 0. But if you have your profile set up to take hash, and some of you are seeing, matter of fact, I got 2 calls this week from people already. Hey, why did my hash go up? I didn't sign anybody up. Because as Jason and I grow this thing, and let me tell you, it is massive. A lot of you are going to be getting free hash, free power, just from being part of our group. At MITRE, 15,000. So the pace we're on. So listen, we're going to be over 12,000 by the end of the week. So you probably got the next 2.5, 3 weeks max. Anybody that signs up before MITRE 15,000, you can get hash power by doing nothing. Everybody listening to me, that if you have signed up with us or anybody else, I don't care, it doesn't matter, go into your profile, hit the edit button, you put in your password, they send you a security code email, you put that security code email, you put that email in, what they sent you, your security password in to verify it. You go, and then you change your commission to hash. That's all you need to do. If you do that, you will be eligible to get free hash by doing nothing. They're going to take that away at MITRE 15,000.
I just want to add, I've been having many of the signups do this, but this is before of this announcement, because the USDC commission is going to a Ethereum cold wallet coin that they're sending, and it's just not a great place to claim any commissions you might get. So I would say almost for the entire month of July, I've been trying to get all my signups on the downline to switch over to hash, and so by doing what Joe said, it's going to be very beneficial, Joe. It can be tremendously beneficial.
And again, for those, I've got a few that are set up for, they want to get paid in cash. Great. For those of you that know what you're doing, in other words, you're actively signing people up and you kind of know how to do things, you don't have to change it. But for everybody else, especially those of you that are not actively signing other people up, go to hash. It's going to be beneficial. It is going to go away. So if you've been thinking about signing up, it's another benefit to doing it soon, because in about 2.5 weeks, that goes away. For right now, you still, if you buy 5, you get 1 free. You buy 9, you get 2 free. He hinted, Bobby said that will go away soon, but he hasn't given it a date yet. So at least through August, that will continue. When we get back, I've got a couple of other things to announce that you're not going to want to miss in regards to Texas. That is coming up next.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's waiting for the Fed today and Jay Powell and his announcements. Once we, obviously this show will be over by the time that happens. So right now the markets are, well, they're tamed. The Dow's down a little bit. The S&P and the NASDAQ are up a little bit. The 10-year note is up. As GDP 3% this quarter. Of course, remember, it was negative 0.5% the last quarter because all the tariff stuff, a lot of noise in that. So if you kind of flattened it out, 1.25% is kind of what you'd be looking at, which is, about what everyone would think. But right now, gold's down 30, silver's down 60. Jump in. Get in. Be very interesting how this vote goes. People are expecting several governors to not go with Jay Powell. 2 or 3 governors will dissent. The last time we had 2 governors dissent would have been 1993. Tells you how fake this whole thing is. But neither here nor there. We were focusing in on Texas because there was major changes coming. So in 2.5 weeks, it's less. Listen, the more minors, the less they need to give stuff away. They really probably don't need to do it now. As announced last week, if you already bought 9-packs and you want to turn your other pay centers on, or maybe you already got them on and you just want to buy more power, you can do that at any time. In other words, you can buy 2 more 9-packs, $8,955, and start getting coins in those pay centers. Or if you're already getting coins in those pay centers, jump up the amount of coins that you are getting. A lot of you have noticed, hey, I'm getting less coins than I did 8 weeks ago, Joe, when I started. Listen, if you bought a 9-pack 8 weeks ago when we started this, you were getting like 60 coins. Right? Now, the thing was they were 60 cents a piece. Right? So you're getting like $36 a day. Right? And today, you're probably getting like 20, 25 coins a day on a 9. Well, guess what, though? They're $1.85 a coin, So when you sit there and look, hey, you're actually getting the same amount of dollars per day as that coin goes up, and actually a little better than that as this coin goes up. And like I said, you guys know, here's the cool part. The big move is coming. You've got about 6 weeks before now we're going to have another move here. It's going to be kind of the same thing, 30, 40 cents, 50 cents. $1, $2, $3 moves are coming very quickly. Do it before that happens. So, do you have to buy 9s in your other centers? No, you can buy 1. We had guys that needed to buy 2 1-packs just to turn them on. Yeah, you do whatever you want. Now, another change. For those of you that didn't buy a 9-pack and you're past your 30 days, you could still buy more hash, but you would only get the 1 pay center. Right? You can still get to 9, but only get the 1 pay center. Starting from today through the last day of August, so you have 1 month, you can upgrade to a 9-pack and get the other 2 pay centers. One of the things that they are going to do is they are going to put those pay centers up where you originally bought in on your first center. What does that mean? It's not at the bottom. What a huge benefit that will be. Now, here's how this is going to work, though. Let me explain it. Let's say you did the 3-pack and you had, remember when we were doing you buy 3, get 1 free? You would have to buy 6 more. So you have to pay for 9. You can't use your free seats to get to 9. If you bought a 6-pack, remember you can buy a 6-pack, get 2 free. You got to buy 3 seats. For those of you, maybe you bought a 5-pack with the 1 free. You got to buy 4 seats. Anybody that wants to buy a total of 9 seats that you didn't start with the 9, you have 1 month to do it, and you will get 2 more pay centers 2 more chances to get coins, and they will put them up where you were in the ladder, right? So points roll up. And, of course, once you have those pay centers, you can start buying hash for those later and turn those centers on, right? All of these things are available, like I said, after miner 15,000, which is about 2.5 weeks. No more free hash for anybody. Right now, anybody that's listening to this that's already signed up for KXXT, get into your profile, go to your account, hit the edit button, set your commission to hash, and whether you sign somebody up or not, you can get free hash forever till the mine's full. So, how
does that work, Joe? Just for the audience, how does that work? How does somebody who doesn't sign people up get free hash?
Yeah, how does that? There you go. So let's just say you bought in, and it doesn't matter. Let's just say you bought a 3-pack. You've never signed anybody up. Okay, so you're getting less and less coins every day as more miners join. But you're like, okay, I see where Joe's coming from. In 180 days or less, I am going to have my money back, and then I'm going to be in profit. Great. Yeah, I'm a little bummed out because I'm not getting as many coins, but I get it. And then all of a sudden, you wake up the next day, and all of a sudden your hash went up. And you go to your dashboard, you go under placement, and all of a sudden you see somebody under you. Then you're like, well, I didn't sign anybody up. That's Jason and I. Right? A new person signed up, and it just so happened that person, for us, the best benefit was to put them under you. And next thing you know, you get a 3-3 bonus, and all of a sudden, you just got another 100 hash for doing nothing. Maybe it's a 9-9 bonus, right? Now you got 300 more hash for doing nothing. We're back here. Joe and Jason, Patriot Radio News Hour, $20 gold pieces. Tell you what I'm going to do right now, because the markets are going to be very volatile. 33.50 for anybody who wants to buy them until the Fed makes their announcement, and then I have the right to change it because I think gold's going to move and possibly substantially after the Fed announces. So right now, $33.50 on a $20 gold piece. You got gold like $3,300. Silver Eagles. Tell you what, I have them online right now, $885. We'll take it down, $875 for a roll of U.S. Silver Eagles today at 800-951-0592. And I know we're talking a lot of texting, but we do this on Wednesdays. Why? Because Bobby has this big miner meeting every Tuesday night and gives us all these updates. I'll just say this. This is an opportunity to take $9,000, $8,955, and turn it into something where, and I'm not kidding, how would you like to take $9,000? If someone came to you and said, hey Joe, hey Jason, I think if you give me $9,000 that 6, 8, 9, 12 months from now, you could be making $300 a day. Would you do it? Would you do it? $300 a day times 30, that's $9,000. Wait, I give you $9,000 and potentially make $9,000 a month? That's the opportunity. I don't know that it's going to happen. I know the path to $16, and for people that aren't, they don't understand it, that plan is solid. Look, we've been doing this, we're starting, our third month. I've literally told you what the price is going to be every month. Who am I? It's on the plan. Everybody can see it. They made a video. They got charts, graphs. You can see it for yourself. The mine, we're in the building of the mine process. We've added over 8,000 miners in 8 weeks. And guess what? We're breaking records.
We got a question, Joe.
Sure.
Is the profile you're talking about in the app? No, that is in it's in your dashboard, right?
Yeah. Your dashboard, the app, yes, the dashboard.
Well, the app is on your phone, so when it comes to changing to hash, you got to go to your dashboard. That's minetxc.com. You go there, and when you got your welcome email, there's a link that takes you straight to your dashboard.
Yeah, and this is not the one where you put. It's not the app for your coins. It's the app for your dashboard.
Yeah, I call it the dashboard because that's where you go to look at your account. Your dashboard is your account. When you first sign up, the dashboard doesn't mean a whole lot, but the more you start to understand Texit, the more the entire dashboard becomes like the dashboard on your car. And your speedometer tells you how fast you're going. It tells you if your motor is overheating. It's a good name for it, and that's where you need to edit your profile, or what they call My Account now. So, and something else I wanted to mention, Jack. He's been helping with the Texit meetings, but he's not been actively pursuing signups. I haven't just been giving Jack signups. Jack and I came up with a way for him to pay off his sign up. He signed up as a 6-pack, and at the beginning when they were given 2 hash. So he started with 800 hash. So not a 12-pack. And just the way the company's been moving, and he did sign up one person, and then there's some people that signed up under there. But he's at $16,000 for 6,000 in.
Yeah.
That's just, that's basically the beginning of May. Back when Joe signed, very end of April. So, yeah, it still has that potential. You haven't missed it. Obviously, earlier, I wish I could have got in when Mike Morris got in. Right. Back in October of last year, right? That would have been kind of nice. But I'm not unhappy that I got in when I got in, because I know that every day that I'm in, it was the day earlier that I got in that helps what we're doing. So Jack is a prime example of somebody that got in end of April, beginning of May. My parents got in at the beginning of May. They signed nobody up. I've not put anybody purposefully under them, and they made all their money back. So, I mean, that's what's...
Already.
Right.
We tell you 180 days. It's not taking that long. It's like been about 90 right now. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I don't care. I know. Hey, forget about anything else. Forget about signing people up and this and that and blah, 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 and da-da-da. This is something where we're trying to create a currency that doesn't involve banks. Let me give you an example. So yesterday, they paid out commissions, $440,000 cash commissions were paid out to, I don't even know how many thousand miners did it. Thousands of miners. Do you know what it cost to do that? $17. Could you imagine if you had to wire, 2,000 people, anywhere from, $1,000 to $3,000, right? That's like $35 a wire times 1,000 people, 2,000 people. They did it for $17. This is how much better this could actually be, and there's a great plan in place. Does this thing, what happens after $16? I don't know, right? Does it go to 25? Does it go to 100? Does it go to 10,000? All of those things are possible with Texit. We'll be back. Final segment coming up. 800-951-0592. That is the number. $20 gold pieces. $33.50 until the Fed makes their announcement, and then I've got the right to change it. If gold goes down, I'll lower it. If gold goes up, I'm going to raise it, right? Silver. U.S. Silver Eagles. $8.75 until the Fed announcement. Same thing. Silver goes lower, I'll lower it. It goes higher, I'll go higher. As far as Texit, that's the number you can call to sign up. More questions coming in. Can you still trade gold and silver for Texit? Yes, you can still do that. If you'd like to pay for it that way, you can pay to upgrade your centers with gold and silver as well. So if you want to use gold and silver, you can do that. By the way, that we just launched, and I'm going to have it here very, very, very soon. Matter of fact, Paul, I know you're waiting for me. Yes, I will take Texit for gold. We just launched now. If you got WordPress, which is very common, or WooCommerce, another very common platform for e-commerce, now accepting Texit. And I have WordPress for Patriot. We have WooCommerce at the radio station. Kind of funny how we have both of those in two different platforms, but we'll be able to start allowing you in the future. Hey, I want to buy my gold back with my Texit coin. You're going to be able to do that. One seat, $995. The most you could have in any pay center is 9 seats. If you buy 9 seats, which is $8,955, not only will they give you 2 free seats, they will give you 2 additional pay centers. So if you wanted to jump in and say, you know what, I didn't jump in, but now I am, $26,865 would get you 3 pay centers, all of them with 1100 hash. Plus, you'd be entitled to some 99 bonuses and some other stuff. It'd be crazy. You can literally, a lot of you, by the way, I want to point this out too. A lot of you, if you do upgrade your other 2 pay centers, you're probably going to get bonuses in your main center. Not probably, you are going to get more hash in your main centers if you do that. Just to give you a little more incentive. If you haven't signed up, I get it. Maybe you're not sure. You don't know. Too good to be true. Sounds like a pyramid. No. Someone asked me that the other day about the pyramid thing. Listen, I just had someone come in. She bought a 1-pack. She signed up 3 people, all for 1-packs. She got a bonus just for that. And then her husband said, well, I want to buy a 3-pack. I said, great. I'm going to put you on the other side of the 3 1-packs. She just signed up. She went from 100 hash to 500 hash. Just like that. Just like that. I mean, 5 times the amount. And again, I don't want to stress it because that's not what you need to do. I think for me, here's the thing. I have done so, my family has done so well. I can't help it. I talk to everybody about it. Hey, if they're interested, great. If they're not, great. I don't care. But this is something where, you're taking a shot at doing something that could be life-changing. Kind of like, can you imagine it? Gosh, if you bought 100 Bitcoin at $2, yeah, how happy would you be right now? Would you be even happier if you were getting that every day in Bitcoin?